So if you guys are familiar with my channel, maybe seen a few of my videos in the past, you're probably pretty familiar with this set. And this one, and this one too, and this one. Wait, did I really do a video in the bathroom? Yep. Did a video in the bathroom. So even though it seems that you guys have, I guess, seen what amounts to most of my basement at this point, which has morphed into like my office slash storage space slash studio, we've never done a proper behind the scenes office slash studio tour. So I wanted to give you guys an idea of how I stay organized, what kind of stuff, what kind of components and peripherals I use on a daily basis, how I am set up to do content production for you guys, and maybe even give you guys a sneak preview of some videos to come very shortly. All right, so we're gonna start on the left side of my office, and we're gonna keep this shot pulled out because this is actually where I do my 9 to 5 work, and there's a lot of proprietary and or some confidential information over here. So I'm going to keep this pulled out. But this is an IKEA countertop, and you'll see that it forms a big L with the one that's over here as well. But I built this custom, as a lot of YouTubers tend to do. Bought some IKEA feet, got a shelving unit from Amazon that's actually not IKEA, but it makes a nice big workspace. I could fit the printer there, the shredder over there, have a nice big 28-inch monitor, and my laptop setup is, this is how I do my work, right over there. Laptop, keyboard, and screen. So we're gonna kind of bypass this because that's not really something that I want to be showing on camera, but this is the left-hand side of my office. This is probably where we start getting into some stuff that you guys probably came here to see. This is my workspace, my YouTube space, my gaming space. Starts over here with my favorite picture from our wedding. We got married in Las Vegas, and that's just a great picture. I really like that one. But gotta have your canned air. Got a couple mugs, R2. I went to Stony Brook University in New York, for anybody that's curious. And then I have a trophy back here from a volleyball tournament. Back here, these are Pioneer HDJ 2000 headphones. That is a work router. This is the Behringer Euphoria UM2 audio interface, and that hooks up to this. This is the Monoprice large diaphragm condenser mic. It's on a swivel pivot tilt arm, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a generic brand one. It's got a pop filter on it. This is where I do a lot of the voiceovers for like my case reviews, and if I'm ever streaming or something like that, usually this is the mic that you guys are hearing me on. But it stays on the desk like this, and I kind of pivot it out in case I ever need to use it on this setup. This is my main gaming and editing setup. I built this system live on stream, so maybe you guys are familiar with it. Maybe not, but hopefully you are. This is a 7900X ASRock professional gaming, professional something, X299 motherboard, whole bunch of Cooler Master fans in there, EVGA CLC, and EVGA 1080 Ti. It's my main editing system right now, and I am testing out this new monitor from Pixio. This is the PX347C Prime. Now, I used to have a Dell Ultra Sharp, I think, or it was a Dell IPS panel, same 34-inch curved, 1440p. That was great for editing. Sorry. But this came in, and I wanted to put it through its paces properly, so I've replaced my Dell monitor with the Pixio, and I'm doing some, hopefully, what turns out to be pretty thorough testing on it, gaming and video editing, and just using it as a daily driver. This down here is my Corsair K70 Lux. You know, despite however many keyboards I test, I can't really seem to get away from this in the long run. And then same thing with this. This is a Logitech G602. Probably my favorite mouse of all time. It's wireless, which I know a lot of people kind of aren't a fan of, but I have no issues using it. I like the freedom of it being wireless, and it's pretty accurate for me. And you can see I have that all resting on one of the giant Corsair mouse pads. This keeps your desk nice and clean, and it's a good surface to slide the mouse around on. And then here is the second part of my big L desk. You can see that it goes all the way into the corner there. And I have underneath an old Logitech 2.1 surround sound system. Now, I've had this. This goes along with these speakers up here, that one over there, and that one that's kind of tucked behind there a little bit. This monitor doesn't really do me any favors as far as getting good sound quality out of these mounted speakers unless I want to move them. But I've had this sound system now for, it's got to be 10 plus years, and it still sounds great, so I'm not going to get rid of it. Cable management, I'm kind of proud of, I guess. I don't know, it looks pretty good. You can see some exposed cables down there, but that's kind of where they all run down to the outlet and the UPS I have behind there. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. I think I'll stick with it. I don't really need to do very much after that. But what content you guys see on my channel comes from right here. Moving on to the other part of this desk. I used to have a whole bunch of different stuff here. This used to be my test bench station, then it was storage, then it was a couple other things I've streamed from here. But right now, this is just set up as kind of like almost like a backdrop for B-roll and stuff like that. But this stuff in here I do use. That's like a bendy tripod that I use when I need a shot with a small tripod on a desk or something like that. Or I need, as you can see, it's got right now, well, maybe you can't see, it's got a phone mount on it right now in case I need to use for my phone. Let me focus there. Got a couple of lenses over here just for background. And I film a lot of like B-roll for graphics cards and stuff right here because I could light it with like a fill light or something like that, an accent light, and it looks okay in the background. I hope you guys like that. But you can see back here. Hold on, I'll move this away a little bit. This is another Pixio monitor. This is the 247C. It's the 24-inch version of the 325C. Maybe it's a 245C, but 24 inches, curved, 1080p, 144 hertz, FreeSync, and I have this set up kind of as a streaming station right now. Like, I'll move this box, and then I'll be able to see like the chat and stuff like that on there, and I have my webcam set up there too. So hopefully I'll be doing some more streaming in the future, and if I do, it'll probably be from this space here. And then underneath right now, I am using this as storage, unfortunately. I've just kind of run out of room, which you guys will see in a second. But that's a Meshify C down there, and then I have 3 different AIOs that I am working on an AIO shootout with. So that video should be coming up later this week, actually. But I'm kind of running out of space here, and that's kind of where I just stash stuff that I will be working with soon, because it's easy access. Alright, so moving on right to the right of the end of the desk, we find the beginning of my storage space. That's a teleprompter up top with an old iPad 2. That's what I use when I write scripts, and that's what I read off of. I built that teleprompter, I'm kind of proud of that. But then you can see that we get into storage, and I do like to try to be as organized as possible with my storage. Everything is labeled to the best of my ability. Hold on, see? Focus. Come on, there we go. So we have memory, we have SSDs, And then we have screws, cable management, build accessories, which is kind of a general topic. And then we move down to my CPU shelf. These are all the CPUs that I am currently using or need access to. Same kind of goes for everything in this office. I have other stuff. It's just kind of in storage up in the attic right now, just because I've run out of room. But you see, we have all the relevant stuff right now. We have all the Ryzen 3, 5, and 7 processors. We have the Threadripper 1950X, and then we have 4 different Intel processors right now. Easy access in the office. Everything is kind of got its own space, which is something that I like. Every once in a while I get disorganized and I get a little frustrated, and then I take a day and clean everything up, and it makes me happy because I'd like to try to stay organized. We have more storage stuff down here. We can see everything is labeled. All the boxes are labeled. Everything else, again, kind of a generic topic or generic category of stuff. But this stuff right here is it's a wall sticky whiteboard. And let me just show you that right now. So this is how I stay organized as far as video releases, what still needs to be done. And my whole schedule is basically laid out here for the upcoming month or two. You can see right here that we start with like this little tick mark right here, which is the next video in line, which as you guys can see is studio tour. And then the dates progress down and then kind of loop around because this is always moving. But you can see we're scheduled through November 10th right now. And then I have over here like what needs to be done, like testing script, B-roll, doing charts like in Excel. Did I shoot the video? Did I edit the video? And once the video gets edited, it gets uploaded to YouTube for you guys to see. But here's your sneak preview of my, I guess, mostly tentative schedule for now. Most of these videos tend to come out as scheduled, but you never know. Things are subject to change. But you see this one, that's going to be a good one. And then moving over to the right, we have our test bench area. This is another IKEA countertop. It's a little bit smaller. I think it's only like 6 feet. The other ones were 8 feet. But this one is super heavy and super sturdy. I have it on height adjustable legs because it's raised up a little bit as it's a workbench. It's not supposed to be desk height. Fun fact, I dropped the corner of this metal edge corner on my foot when I was putting this together. It bled quite a bit, and I thought I broke like 2 toes, but I was okay. So the story has a happy ending. But this is my primary test bench. This is what I use to do all my graphics card testing. It's got an i7 7700K in there. It's got Gigabyte Z270X Gaming K7 motherboard, 16 gigs Patriot Viper Elite, custom loop. As if you watched my video where I was in the bathroom, the custom loop, I cleaned that out. This is what I do all of my graphics card testing on. This stays the way it is. It doesn't change. It's on a pretty much a wet bench, and continuity is important when you're doing these kinds of tests so that you can compare accurately, I guess, even from older tests. So this is what stays together. This is my main test bench. Moving over, we have my I guess it's a little bit older now. It's a couple years old. It's my Acer CB280HK. This is a 4K monitor. Sometimes I miss having 4K real estate for doing video editing and stuff like that. But I need a 4K monitor for my test bench station because I do often need to test in 4K. So it stays over here. It's hooked up to both benches. This is actually my Threadripper bench, and it is together right now because I am doing AIO testing. So this is what we're testing all the coolers on, and that's why this is together right now. You can see the 1950X sitting pretty in there, along with a GTX 1080. And this doesn't always stay together. This sometimes is a Ryzen bench. Right now it's a Threadripper bench, but This one always does. This one always stays together. You can see we've got some Thermaltake peripherals here. This is just a cheapo Logitech wireless keyboard and mouse combo. I use this kind of wherever I need to. When I do like my monthly builds and stuff like that, I need obviously a keyboard and mouse to set everything up. This is what I use. Right now it is in the Threadripper bench. See the little dongle right there. But yeah, it's kind of like an all-purpose keyboard and mouse for me. My iFixit kit is probably the thing in this office that gets used the most. I would recommend it highly for any builder or any PC enthusiast. Comes in super handy. And then just some random stuff over here, my drill. These speakers, actually, Enermax sent me these kind of out of the blue. I didn't ask for them or anything. They're kind of cool. They're like, you could separate them so they get some nice surround action. This is just plugged in for charging. This doesn't actually stay plugged in. You can actually just take these. They're like little satellites. You can put them anywhere. It sounds really good. Down below, we continue on with the story of my office, which is basically organized storage. Got some boxes down here just kind of folded up in case I need to ship something. But up top, you can see we've got box for fittings. This is more water cooling stuff down here. This is like tubing and tools, things like that. There's some dye in there. And then down here we have some blocks from water cool. And then this is where I keep all of my cable extensions. It's a big box of cable extensions, actually. And then we have more water cooling stuff over here, stuff from EK, stuff from Alpha Cool. And then my shelf of fans, it goes all the way back to the wall. I probably need more space for fans. I do like me some fans, and companies like sending me some fans. So I have a lot of them, and I need them. So this is probably an undersized shelf for this purpose, but at least everything stays kind of neat. So moving on to the right is actually a new addition to the office. I told my wife that I wanted a storage unit with square pull-out blocks, and she had no idea what I meant, but this is what I meant. These are like fabric cubbies that are fairly solidly constructed that you could put, I don't know, whatever in. Like right now I have, this is for camera gear. This one holds tools and stuff like that. This is like assorted wiring. This one's kind of miscellaneous, just, I don't know, in case I have stuff that I need space for, I throw it in there. But this unit actually comes in super handy. It's just more organization. I like to try to stay organized. You can see that my product shelf is runneth over. Got some Cooler Master coolers that I need to test out and use in a build. So they're hanging out up there for now. When I do like a lot of the testing for my monthly builds, this is where the system sits because I could easily plug it in to the monitor over there. This is where I keep my camera gear generally. You can see right now I have the softbox lit up so that I get some extra light in here. But I'm gonna move this stuff so we can take a look at the product shelf behind. So, as any good tech tuber does, I have a product shelf. I try to keep it organized as best I can. We've got coolers down there, mostly AIOs, some air coolers off to the right. Then we have power supplies, motherboards. I've actually cleaned this shelf out quite a bit recently because, as we know, we are expecting some new motherboards to come out soon, and I may or may not have some very soon. Some headphones over there. Those are kind of displaced, but you can see I have more headphones there, along with, this is my graphics card shelf. This is all the stuff that I guess I am currently using or need immediate access to. So we have the two Vega cards, 5664, and then basically the entire NVIDIA stack, 1060 to 1080 Ti. And then we have peripherals. So keyboards, the master set. Actually, somebody asked me this the other day after my master set video where I wasn't really totally pleased with the performance of this. They sent me a retail sample because the one that I had was a pre-production sample. So they did send me a retail sample of this. I just haven't gotten around to taking a look at it yet. But then obviously mice, way too many mice. And that's kind of it for the product shelf. Yeah, try to keep it organized. Just because if I don't, I would go crazy. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with this set. I used to use this set a lot for B-roll shots of products. It actually, I think it has a nice background. I mean, yeah, it's a bar, but like the background with the bottles provides like some color contrast. And I think it's actually kind of a cool spot to do some B-roll shooting. But let me show you what is behind this B-roll set right now. Look at all these boxes. Now, again, I said that I have some stuff up in my attic, but these are like a whole bunch of case boxes that I have no idea what to do with. These take up so much room, and I don't even, for somebody that does not have a dedicated office / storage space, this is kind of becoming a problem, and I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with all these boxes. It's not like if I just pitch the boxes that the cases would take up no room, because the cases are basically the size of the boxes anyway. So kind of got a little bit of a dilemma here. I might toss more of them up in the attic, but I don't want to take up too much of the attic space with these, just because we have other stuff up there. And my wife would kill me if she couldn't walk through the attic if she needed something. So that is my problem. That's the definition of first world problems right there. And then I guess the last thing is, this is a spot that you actually don't ever see on my videos. This is just another part of the basement, like this entertaining space. But I'm keeping monitors over here right now. You can see there's 3 monitors. This is my Dell Ultrawide. That's the Pixio 345C, and then this is an old cheapo Hanspree 22-inch monitor that I used to use for testing on, and this is the 570X, my custom white 570X that I built dark crystal in, that is unfortunately now disassembled, and I am trying to figure out if I want to rebuild it or move on to a different project. The reason that I took it apart was because I moved up to X299. So this project was in the works for such a long time that X299 wasn't even a thing. So I had to see it through, and the system actually performed awesome. But you know, the 7900X is just a ridiculous piece of technology. So I have to use that. And then these boxes, more boxes everywhere. So that's about it for my setup tour for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got some insights as far as what's coming down the pipe from BPS Customs. Hit that like button down there if you liked the video. Subscribe if you are not already. And as always, thanks for watching.